This presentation is meant to demonstrate the relationship between the Baffle Reefs of the Mesquite Bay Sanctuary and the ecosystem at large. The importance of this baffle system that helped create one of the finest fisheries in Texas cannot be overstated. Over time, the missteps of man have altered the beneficial qualities of this shallow system by substantially degrading the essential structures. The area of focus is roughly 2,300 acres of oyster reefs within about 75,000 acres of the bay between the barrier islands and the mainland. This baffle system is made up of 5 oyster reefs that work in concert to maintain a healthy ecosystem. The destruction or elimination of any one of these natural structures lessens the overall benefits that nature intended. First is Carlos Reef, the westernmost of the 5 baffle reefs, serving as the first line of defense against winds from the west and south. This reef was degraded by Hurricane Harvey, which left it vulnerable to relentless oyster harvesting. Next is Cedar Reef. Fortunately, the integrity of this reef has been mostly protected by its gradual slope along its crest, which minimized the impact of Hurricane Harvey while restricting access by oyster boats. Next is Third Chain of Islands, which is vulnerable to the wave action of the open bay and its easy access to the oyster harvest. These dynamics have severely degraded the reef. Then there's Ayers Reef, which remains basically intact, allowing it to function fairly well as a baffle reef. However, the natural function of this structure is hampered by 2 breaches, which are the targets of restoration projects. Next is Second Chain of Islands, the easternmost part of the baffle that once absorbed the forces of wind and wave action. This severely damaged reef once served to protect Ayers Reef, a vital part of the baffle's integrity. Restoring any natural habitat begins with curbing the damage we can control. This was accomplished by ending the destructive practices of commercial oyster harvesting. Today, these shallow baffle reefs are off-limits to oyster boats, thanks to a sanctuary designation by the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Returning the reefs to what they once were requires an understanding of the system's natural functions. Essentially, the physical properties of these reefs funnel and guide the east-west currents, therefore limiting the volume and velocity of water movement between the barrier islands and the mainland. This not only allows the oysters to filter out impurities more effectively, but also allows the reefs themselves to reduce erosion while improving water clarity. This wave attenuation reduces turbidity, which improves water quality and staves off erosion. It's important to shore up each component of the baffle system as best we can, and then to maintain and monitor the functioning system. Properly laid groundwork should create a more resilient baffle system able to withstand at least some of what nature brings. It's up to us.